welcome to Purl Perspectives. We're your three Purls. I'm Allie.
I'm Anaï.
And I'm Kayan.
And today we're coming at you with something just a little bit different from what we normally do. I had a really dumb but maybe potentially smart idea when I was in the shower earlier of how much fun it would be if we did like a Japanese game show style episode where we built my new yarn and crafting bookcase and asked each other stupid questions. And these two decided to humor me.
And I love it because when else
Why not?
can you voluntarily do free labor?
Well,
with friends.
Exactly. So today we're going to be putting together my new Billy bookcase, and we have come up with a list of the internet came up with a list of ridiculous
Stupid
questions to ask each other.
We're just going to pick whichever we feel
exactly.
like. Yeah.
So who would like to start with a question?
Okay, hold on. Before we have a question, what's going to be our roles? Because I feel like you should be directing.
Yes, I
because
do like
this
that.
is your
Yeah, I like directing.
thing. And I really like screwing things, but
Okay.
I don't like pushing things together.
I don't mind pushing things.
Excellent.
Together.
Okay, cool. Well, in that case, since one of the first steps is going to be to screw a bunch of things together, so why don't we start by taking everything out of here? We can put the doors elsewhere because we're not going to need the doors till the very end. And then we can separate all our pieces out and go from there.
Or well, do we want to just move this back here?
Well, why don't we put the doors over there?
Okay.
Or at least the one door.
Whoa!
Okay, we'll be back in a second.
And just so you know, the IKEA instructions say to do this with a friend, so we're just following the instructions here.
Yeah. We're following the rules.
We're following the rules. Yeah.
Okie dokie. Careful. Alright, so these are the two body pieces. This is the back. I'm just gonna stand this up right here. Oh, body, that hurt.
Oh, that was your toe?
That was my toe.
Oh.
And this is why we learn not to swear in front of children, because it means you are good at not swearing on the internet. 8 years as a tour guide taught me something.
Maybe not something useful,
Yeah.
but something.
The words that I was thinking were definitely not the words I was saying.
Okay.
The instruction is all of these flat panels that have the double hole in the side,
Okay.
we need those. So there's 1, 2, 3 of them on here,
And two
and
more.
1 there. So that bottom one, we need.
So this one.
Yeah.
Not this one. This one.
Yeah.
Double holes on the side.
Yep. And so, we have 1, 2, 3.
That's it. None of the other ones.
Oh, there's 3, and then that long skinny one.
Oh,
We need
that
that one.
okay.
This one.
Yeah, so we need these 4. So we need to put these little wooden pegs into the holes along the side. So I'm just going to start dumping them out.
Along the side.
Yeah. There's
All the
4.
little holes?
Yeah, so they need to go in the outer holes.
Yeah.
Not the inner, just the outer.
Okay. All right, Allie.
All right,
What's your first question?
My first question. Would you still love me if I was a worm?
Okay, listen. I hate worms. But I asked this question to my partner,
Yeah.
and he said, absolutely not. I'm not attracted to worms.
I mean,
what?
fair.
Fair.
I would, but I have nothing against worms, so I could just, I don't know,
Okay,
my plans.
Oh, not the inner one, just the outer one.
But I'll tell you what. If you suddenly turned into a worm in my presence, I would pick you up carefully with a piece of paper and deposit you in one of my plants.
Aww.
And you can
Yeah,
live
that's
out
what I
there.
figured.
That's really kind of you.
You know? I don't have to see you, but you'll be happy, and we'll still be together.
Well, I don't think I'd be happy because I'd be a worm.
Wait, how does this work?
So those are pliers at the other end here?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, right.
Oh, how far in?
No,
because this one went way too
We
far
want
in.
the outer holes.
Just the outer holes. I did the same mistakes.
The outer holes.
Here.
Thank you.
This is why we bring pliers to the show. So this little one is different.
On both
because
sides, right?
Yes, on both sides. Follow-up question. Would you still love me if I was a Heidi Klum at Halloween size worm? Or would you light me on fire? I think I'd light myself on fire.
I would probably light you on
I would
fire.
I would still love you from a safe distance.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, that seems pretty fair.
I'd be like, I love that girl. We don't hang out as much anymore.
Because she's a giant worm.
Because she's a giant worm.
Oh my gosh. Okay, then, follow-up question. That's not actually a follow-up question. If you had to be an animal that produced fiber for knitting, spinning, weaving, crafting, whatever, what animal would you be? I think I'd want to be a camel.
What?
Yeah!
Because you're bougie.
Well, a little bit. Also, camels are just really freaking cool. Have you seen their feet? They're like like plate sizes so that they don't sink into the sand when they walk.
Yeah.
Like, how cool would
That's
that
crazy.
be?
I would probably be, I was going to say an alpaca, but I think the llama's the one that spits in your face, right?
Yeah, the llama.
I want to be the llama.
Well, I think they both do.
Whichever
both do.
spits in people's faces,
Yeah.
that's who I want to be.
I would
You want my yarn? You're going to earn it.
I would be a cashmere goat
Ooh.
because I want to live in the mountains
Yes.
and I want to have such hard limbs that nobody would mess with me because I would fuck you up.
I mean,
Wait, cashmere goats have really hard limbs?
They're
They're hoofs.
they're hosts.
They're hoofs.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know
and
what?
also, like, they're really good at climbing.
Right.
They can stand in like a teeny tiny rock with
Yes,
like all four of
that's
their legs
true.
like this.
They like defy gravity.
Yeah.
Just because why? What's physics anyway, right?
They
Yeah.
defy gravity.
Professor, oh my god, what's his name? Dillamond would be so proud.
So
He's
these
so
ones-
proud. Okay, so the next step is we need these two. And so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to line up the screws next to where the holes are so that you know which ones to screw them into. So there's one there,
You're the
and
screw person.
I have another screwdriver up on there that I'll grab.
All right.
You'll see it, it's like a little S-shaped thing behind the scale.
Got it.
There we go.
An S-shaped thing.
Oh. S-shaped.
It's a little metal thingy.
This?
Yes, that's a screwdriver too.
This is not a screw.
Yes, it is.
That's so
Oh,
cool.
It's a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Okay, people need to see this.
What
So-
the heck?
Right?
That's so cool.
Right?
Allie,
Are you secretly really handy?
Is that not a wide known fact about me? I thought that was a wide known fact about me.
Yeah, she literally offered to help me build my stuff at my house when I moved.
Oh my god.
My dad, in another life, was a contractor, or would have been a contractor, I should say. And as a result, I grew up building decks with him, refinishing basements, doing all sorts of stuff like that.
Okay, next question while we put the little squiggles into the holes.
Yeah, squiggles are in the holes.
Yeah. If in order for humanity to survive,
Mm-hmm.
you had to erase memory of one single fiber craft.
Oh, crap.
God.
Yeah. Either you have to get rid of macrame, embroidery, cross stitch, crochet, knitting, weaving. You have to get rid of one. Which one would you get rid of?
So it could not be weaving. I'll say that right now. Historically speaking, weaving is the foundational fiber craft.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then anything that requires knots, if you remove one, do you still have the others?
Like, if you remove macrame, you would still have fishing nets.
Okay.
I feel like macrame would be the, and I don't like to say that because I use it, but I feel like you could still technically do everything else without it. You know what I mean?
That was
Macrame girlies, get in the chat.
Seriously. But I do macrame, so yeah. I wouldn't be happy with it, but it kind of makes sense compared to the other.
Can I have one of the screwdrivers? Where'd that little black one go?
Here,
This one?
Oh, there we go. This one. This one just needs to.
It is a hard choice.
Yeah, I feel like it's macrame, but I say that knowing full well that I haven't learned how to do macrame. I don't know much about macrame.
It's a lot of knots and
So
it's beautiful when it's done, but its main purpose is decorative, right?
Yeah.
So
I think I would get rid
can you
of.
pass me the hammer?
Where's the hammer?
Right behind Ken.
Oh,
right
yeah.
here. Thank you. Put this
Hold
upside
up, please.
down.
Oh my god. I would get rid of needlepoint.
Okay.
I think needlepoint has had its turn. It's had its time, but we have cross stitch now. It looks pretty similar.
But if you remove needlepoint, think about all of those incredible historical fashions that you just lose the luster of because the decoration is not there.
No, but we would still have embroidery. And tambour embroidery.
What's the difference between embroidery and needlepoint?
Needlepoint is where you have a grid of Ada cloth and you go, you only do diagonal stitches.
Oh, in that case, Bargello. I get Bargello.
What is Bargello? I don't know.
It's like embroidery, but on a plastic Ada cloth. And instead of doing crosses, you just do like short lines at a diagonal angle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine needlepoint is Bargello, but on linen.
Okay.
Bargello can go.
Bargello can go.
Bargello can go. We'll use a yarn
Sorry,
for something
fam.
else.
Sorry, fam.
Sorry. Okay, what's next?
Okay, so we just need to tighten. I'll tighten these two, and then the next step is because I'm already over here. We put that on top.
Oh, easy.
So I'll let you guys do that, and then I will.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Tighten these real quick.
Oh, we have to. These two at the top, or there's none here though. Is that okay? Like the.
So we'll put them afterwards.
After? Okay.
Yeah. So it has to mirror. So do you see the little cutout? Yeah, there we go. That's the right way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Don't forget the middle one. Oh, hold on. There we go. And just put some pressure on it. There you go.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Beauty. Next question.
All right.
I remember from the list. If you could be any type of food, what food would you want to be?
A stinky cheese.
Are people gonna eat me?
A stinky cheese.
I'm assuming it depends on what you answer.
Here, do you want to stick these in these two little holes?
I don't want to be a stinky cheese. I love stinky cheese. I just don't want to be one.
Well, I already am a stinky cheese, so.
Can you give me so I can turn it?
Oh, yeah. No, that's not the right one.
Annie
has it. Annie's got it.
I would like to be a ground beef empanada.
Ooh, yummy.
It's crispy on the outside and soft on the inside.
Just like you.
I was gonna say you're gonna get eaten like straight away.
Full of protein. I'm here for a short time and a good time,
Yeah.
not a long.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Allie, what would you be?
Stinky cheese.
Oh, stinky
Yeah,
cheese.
cheese.
Patty.
Like a good camembert, not a blue cheese because I don't like blue cheese, and I have a lifelong hatred of mold.
Yeah, it really messes with your work.
Which way is it supposed to turn?
So there's
this righty tighty.
Yeah.
You tighty, right?
so the little arrows that are on there
There
are
we
not
go.
supposed to face downwards. They're supposed to be facing to one of the sides.
I don't see any error.
This guy is not really. I don't know, but it's secured, so
Okay.
I'm assuming it's okay.
This one. Sorry.
That's my
It wasn't flush.
Oh, this is tough because like, how am I
Well,
supposed
did you put it in the right way?
I
Don't know.
don't know.
Okay. Hold on. Can I switch spots with you? Just so then we're not all crowding around one tiny little bit. Okay. This one's not in the right way.
Next question.
Oh wait, I didn't answer. I would be oh god. I think I would be a fruit smoothie.
Ooh!
Because I like fruits.
A fruit smoothie? Would you put banana in that?
100%. Like if there's no banana, what's the point of living?
So you'd be a banana smoothie then?
Yes. Banana and strawberry smoothie.
Oh, that's the best combination.
Like-
This is literally the worst screwdriver for this right here.
Right?
Do you want the little one?
Well,
No, because I need a
it's not the
flathead,
right-
and my dad stole my screwdriver. Actually, can
Do you
you
have-
that spatula?
Yeah, I was gonna say like something else that's flat.
Just for that one tiny bit of angle, so I can get a bit more space to put in. Okay, another question while we're at it. There.
Another question. Do you
Okay,
want me to
that's good
ask you, or do you
want to do those middle ones too? Yeah, you ask.
What is... Oh, my face is behind the logo. Next question. What have you not told somebody that you really regret not telling them?
Oh my god, that's deep.
And you don't have to tell us who.
Let me lie down on the floor for this. Can you even see me?
Yeah,
Or is it
yeah.
just my feet?
No, I can see you. What have you not told someone that you really regret not telling them?
Okay, Dr. Annie.
And how does that make you feel?
Real shitty, probably, if I can figure something out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm really good at saying to people the things that really matter. But I kind of wish that before my grandfather passed away, I'd had one more opportunity to tell him that I loved him.
That's so beautiful.
But he'd had like 3 strokes by the time he passed away.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's so much as what I could have told him before he passed away, but I kind of, at the time of his death and funeral, like I was not in the headspace where I could go up to Sault Ste. Marie to be there for that, for the scattering of his ashes, but I kind of wish I could go back up to Sault Ste. Marie to Goulet Bay where his ashes were spread and just like tell him one last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I would.
I mean, you could still do it, but he won't.
I
hear
could,
you.
but he would though.
He would hear you.
He would though, because
Yeah.
like you carry your loved ones with you.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I could tell him right now. I could be like, "Hey, Gramps, you know, you're like the greatest person ever," and he'd get that wherever the heck he is. He'd get that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So, not to get
Kenny?
mushy.
I was actually, like grandparents wise, I was really lucky to be able to see both my grandmothers very close to their death, so I don't have anything unsaid to them. But if I have to think of one person, I would think of someone who bullied me a lot when I was in elementary school and high school, and who unfortunately passed away a few years ago of a horrible disease. And I think I would want to say I forgive you to their face, because like I am at a place in my life where like or I was back then, even before they passed away, I was in a place where I felt much better about myself, where I was like I was past that. So when I found out what happened, I felt bad for them, thinking like they didn't get
You
to
felt
live
sympathy as opposed
yeah,
to anger.
they didn't get to live the life that they should have lived, in my opinion. I found out a lot of things about their lives that made me like question, or understand a little bit better where they were coming from.
Yeah.
So sorry, I'm like not in the shot.
That's all right.
So essentially, yeah, that's what I would do. That's
really nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
When I was in high school, I was really good friends with this other girl that was in a lot of my same classes. And out of nowhere, one time, well, seemingly out of nowhere, she just stopped talking to me. And I, instead of trying to fix things, I was just like, well, F you too, right? And so I didn't seek her out, and we just grew apart. And I really regret not asking her, like, hey, what happened? You know, like, because I could have fixed it. We could have still been friends. But I didn't. I think, like, my pride, or I guess just the aggravation took over me. And I was like, well, if you don't want to be friends with me, then I don't want to be friends with you. And I really regret that. I could have said, like, hey, whatever happened, let me fix it. Let me explain if it's a misunderstanding. But I still don't know why she stopped talking to me after all these years. So yeah, I could have kept a friend if I
had
said
something similar to that happen to me in high school, and or not high school, sorry, in undergrad. And she was studying in Montreal, I was studying in Ottawa, and we had like this sort of blowout where like we were just, you know, going down different paths. And several years later, when I was in grad school, she was living in London, I was living in Wales, and I was heading into London at one point, and I messaged her and I was like, can we just meet up? Can we just like have a drink and clear the air? And it was so nice. Like we hadn't spoken for maybe 4 or 5 years at that point.
Wow.
But I was like, look, I'm going to be in town. You are in town. Let's just have a drink.
What did you open that with? Like, you saw her coming in.
Well, like,
what do you say?
So
like,
we met up at a cafe, and I had, like, we'd still been following each other on Instagram and all these kinds of things, and, you know, like, liking each other's stuff and commenting on each other's posts. So it wasn't like a full cutoff, but it was we had been, like, best friends in high school.
Oh, yeah.
We'd been really close in undergrad, and then, like, as our lives just started diverging, I take the blame on most of that one. It was me who, like, initiated the, like, big blow up that led to us not talking for a while. That was my bad. So I felt that it was my place to be the one to initiate contact again and be like, if you're interested, I'd like to clear the air. And we met up, and we sat at a pub for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I was like, look, I was the shitty friend in that situation. It was me. Like, you were in a country that you're not from, that you didn't have family from, because she's French, her family was living in China. And I was like, that was on me. Like, I cut you off from a lot of that support system. That was on me. And I'm really sorry that I just couldn't be the friend that you needed. And she was like, no, I was not sure of who I wanted. And, like, we had it all out.
That's
And
so
it was
nice.
really nice. And we've kept in contact in the sense that, like, we're still friends on social media and whatever. And we message occasionally. But it felt so good to be able to, like, close the chapter on that argument.
Yeah.
And just be able to be like, okay, if we're ever in the same place at the same time, we'll get together. But if not, that's okay.
Yeah, because you cleared it out. You don't have any regrets.
Yeah, it's closure.
So I would definitely recommend it. I don't know how long it's been for you, if that's even something you want. But
I don't even remember them. Like,
yeah,
I don't.
So
I remember
I
the
had wanted that
feeling. I don't
closure.
remember the person.
That's
person,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
When I grow up, I want to be like Allie.
It is that like
lots
at
of
high
therapy
school,
in grad school helps.
yeah,
with that.
elementary school, high school, whatever. Like a lot of friendships and things that happen during high school, like it's like your whole world, right? It's
Yeah.
like you don't really, you live in an ecosystem that's so small,
Yeah.
like so things that happen during that time really hit you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where like now that you're an adult
Yeah.
at like 20, 30, 40,
You
you're
can
like,
be like, wow, that was dumb of me.
yeah, and like your reaction was like, it was such a stupid thing, but
Yeah,
like you don't
exactly.
at the time it was not a stupid thing, it was your whole world.
Yeah, it was.
Right? So it's very, it's different. It's very different.
All right, our next step involves hammering. So we're going to do a little fast forward situation. And we'll come back
Right
when
back.
we're done hammering with the next question. And I think I have a good one. So, let's see. Okay, here's the next step. Why don't I give you... Yeah, we'll put the shelves in at the very end. Because I don't even really know how tall I want to make these.
I want to put the little circles in.
Okie dokie. So Kathleen, I'll give you these. So they need to be with the arrow facing outwards. And they need to be, so the top two holes at the top, the top two holes below this middle shelf, and then go from there.
And where, like, I
So
have an
it'll
A,
be
B,
under-
V, H.
In B, in hole
Sorry.
B of each of them. And all of the screws are in here, huh? Yeah, they are. So you get the short blade. Why is nothing clear? Oh, these are different. Okay, so you get these ones, Annie,
Okay.
and you get these ones.
Okay.
I'll give you this. You get those two, and it's through the little bee hole at the very top.
The little beagle.
You get those.
Okay, girl. Get your mind out of the gutter.
So,
Impossible.
so what I'll do is I'll just start separating out all the bits with all of their associated thingies. Screws.
Yep.
That makes sense. So there's two. I gave you two already. There's two
Okay.
here. Yes. So I have a next question for everybody.
Ask it.
What is one of the most memorable meals you've ever had in your life?
Well, that's easy.
Meals.
That's easy.
Yeah.
All right,
For
Kenny,
me,
do you
it's
want to
very
start?
easy. My grandmother's Easter feast
Mm-hmm.
for many years.
Yeah.
It's been the same. It was ham cooked in beer
Whoa.
with a really awesome side salad that was like, it was so simple. She didn't have a lot of money, but for some reason it was like absolutely mind-blowingly delicious.
Yeah.
She had mashed potatoes with gravy and like glazed carrots or something on the side.
Yeah.
To this day, it probably stands as my favorite meal of all time.
Really?
And I mean, there's definitely a nostalgic factor to it, but because it comes with memories and all that stuff. But I also love it because it was so simple, and my dad tried so hard to replicate the recipe, couldn't do it.
Oh no.
Because she's never told him like what the ratio was.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
you
he's
go,
tried.
Grandma.
And but like when she passed away, essentially the recipe left with her.
Yeah. You good? You got that? Don't do the middle one.
No, wait, okay.
Not the middle one. Just the two outer ones.
Do I have another one on the
Yes,
other side?
they're over here. So I'm putting them all that way. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Sounds delicious.
What about you, Annie?
I've had so many good meals.
Yeah.
I've had
But it
so
doesn't
many
necessarily
good meals.
need to be like the food was transformational, maybe more like the setting, the emotion, the people you were with.
Yeah. Okay. So there's this one really good memory that I have of when I was a teenager.
Mhm.
My parents were still together, and we were on a family road trip. And it was so long. I don't even remember where we're going, but we had to stop for food.
Right.
And there was a sign on the side of the road that was like, it was an ostrich farm.
Right.
And we were like, I've never seen ostriches. That sounds really fun. So we went to visit the ostrich farm, and they had a restaurant.
Okay.
And they gave us the most amazing, like, they called it mole de rancho, which is like a farmer's mole.
Okay.
Which, if you've ever had mole, it's like a very smooth, homogeneous consistency, very dark. This was more like a, if instead of blending it, they had like mortar and pestled all the ingredients together, and it was like burgundy red and chunky, and it was served not over chicken but over ostrich.
Ooh.
That's so cool.
And I think that's probably the
I
most.
have a drill.
So I have two more.
The most exotic
Yes, they're
animal
all
I've ever
here.
eaten, and
And
that's
where these go over here?
Yeah, so these ones go the top 2 holes here, and then the bottom-most holes.
Okay.
I have a drill. I'm gonna go grab my drill.
okay. That's probably one of the most fantastic meals I remember.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was just like one of those things of like fateful side of the road.
Yeah, like a complete happenstance moment.
Exactly, we weren't planning on that. At least I
Nice.
don't think so.
Nice.
How about you?
Okay, so one of the most memorable meals I've ever eaten in my life. Actually, a couple of the most memorable meals I've ever eaten in my life came from the same trip. So in the summer of 2015, I did a study abroad in Italy, and there was one evening where we booked a cooking class with the local chef, and we were in her house learning to cook Italian Umbrian cuisine for like 5 hours. We made fresh pasta.
That's my ideal vacation.
Cute. Is it your ideal date? Cute. And he knew
It's
that.
my ideal date. Cute. And he knew that.
And he knew that. Yeah, and we made fresh pasta. We did stuffed zucchini flowers. We did chicken cacciatore. We made tiramisu. It was incredible. And after I did that field school, I met up with my sister and a bunch of cousins, and we did a mini Euro trip because we were going to a family wedding in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was no point in me flying home for like 5 days only to fly back to the UK, or
Yeah.
like 10 days, right?
Yeah. why
So,
would you?
oh, I fucking love drill. Even better. Do you want the drill?
Yep.
And so, on that like 10 days of fun with my cousins, we went to Naples, and we had this one day where we like just meandered all through the city. We did a walking tour, we like just explored, we went all over, and at the end of the evening my cousins are very much like stick to the touristy areas because it's really safe, and I'm like go where the locals go, wander
Yeah.
off the beaten track.
That's sketchy.
And so we were walking around like the main market in Naples, and I was like, let's go down this alleyway that's dark and scary, and they're like, no, and I was like, let's go do it. And so I just started walking down the alleyway, and they were like, she's the one that knows where we're going, we can't leave her. And so they like followed me behind the path
Like little duckies.
like little duckies, and we walk down this alleyway, and we come across this little trattoria, and the best ragu parpadelle I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
Honestly, it was probably like just someone's known on cooking in the back.
Yeah, just like their house sauce.
But it was so beautiful because we walked down this like dark alleyway. My cousins and my sister are like, we're gonna die. She's gonna have it, like we're gonna die because Allie made a decision. And then we come out into this courtyard, and there's this beautiful little trattoria with tables outside. Everything made fresh that day. It was
Sounds amazing.
fantastic. And so like the combination of just being in Italy and eating like truly beautiful homemade from scratch Italian food combined
Sounds
with
so good.
it was fantastic. All right, we need the other door. It was amazing. 10 out of 10 would recommend just experiencing Italy the way God intended.
Now that's learn for 8 years to not swear when they bang their toes on something.
Okay.
That was perfection.
Buddy, you all right?
I think my soul left my body. Oh my god.
Heckin' yikes, folks. Heckin' yikes. You all right there, bud? Do you want some ice?
I'm okay, I'll live.
All right. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Here's the screwdriver.
Can I have the drill while I'm at it? Or
Oh, yeah, good. Go ahead. Is it the right head? Yeah, it should be.
I guess we'll find out.
Well, it should be. It's a Phillips.
Yes. Who's next to ask a question?
Who's got a question that's next?
yeah.
Karen, come up with a question.
What was the question? Oh, I got one.
Mhm.
If you could, this is a weird question, but now since we're talking about Japanese game shows,
Yeah.
if we could come up with a craft relating or knit relating game show, what kind of game show would it be? What would you like to do?
That's really interesting. I don't want it to be like somebody gets like kicked out every week. That I feel like that's too mean.
Why?
Like, would
Maybe
it be like
okay, hold on. I have an idea. What if the game is like you are presented with a sample and you have to replicate it to the best of your ability?
Yes.
And you have like 2 hours.
okay, wait.
And a craft room full of stuff. And they just give you the item that you get to see the sample for like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and then everyone goes off on their own and they have to come up with a replica.
Okay, and then wait, whoever wins this, the next step would be kind of the same thing, but instead of having a whole piece, they just get like a little piece of something, and then you have to figure out what it is or where it comes from, or in other words, you get like almost like a one panel,
Yeah.
and then you have to figure out what to do with it.
That's
You
really
don't have
fun.
to it could be up to your imagination. It doesn't have to be like a replica per se, but you essentially have to it has to match. Sorry.
That's pretty fun.
Why did you not put holes all the way through, huh, Ikea?
Aren't those supposed to go in the front?
No, it says the holes are supposed to be on the inside, which they are, but you drill all the way through to put the knob in. That's so weird and dumb, and I hate it.
That's weird.
All right, that's fine. I'll do it.
Allie, what would you do for a game show?
So the last time I really actually intentionally watched a game show was when I was a kid, and it was Legends of the Lost Temple or whatever.
I loved it.
So I feel like it would have to be one where you're doing one of those kind of like quest things where you're gathering the supplies
Hell yeah.
so that somebody can do a craft.
I love
I
it.
really don't. Okay, so the next step will be to get the doors on the thingamadoodle. Okay, all right. This is exciting.
We've reached a critical point in this build, so we're gonna stop now.
Yeah.
And when we come back, you're gonna see the doors on, and we're gonna fill it with all of Allie's craft supplies. Actually, with a subset of Allie's
Small
craft supplies.
section. And we may or may not have moved over to my bedroom because that's where this will be left. And I don't think it would be pertinent to fill it and then move it.
Hold tight.
We'll
We'll be right back.
And we're done. Here it is with a little bit of stuff inside it. This one's going to be full of my sewing supplies, my sewing machines all the way at the bottom, and I'll probably put some more yarn at the top. And it is right here next to my yarn hoard, yarn cavern, yarn collection, however you want to say it. And now they're both here. And before you ask, yes, they will be getting bolted to the wall. Don't worry. This is not going to be a fall risk. I got you. Anyway, thanks for coming along with us as we did some manual labor and answered some silly and yet difficult questions. And if you have any silly or difficult questions you'd like us to answer in our next episode if we do something like this, or just in general, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye.